know the people sitting right around, or are you guys all brand new to each other? You kind of know each other? Yes? So if you, what I want you guys to do is turn to someone next to you who you don't know, and just introduce yourself and say, today I'm going to learn something amazing. Turn to someone you don't know, introduce yourself and say, today I'm going to learn something amazing. Go ahead, go for it. Go for it, get it going. There you go, shout it out. Shout it out. Today I'm going to learn something amazing. Alright? That's right, you guys are all here on a Saturday. Right, you're learning amazing things. This is the future generation of entrepreneurs right here. Alright, so once you've done that, go ahead and take a seat again. Thank you so much for coming out and giving me an opportunity to share my story with all of you. So, and very special thanks to Aditi. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She has been very diligent in staying on top of me through communication to get me out here today. So, yes, topic of the matter is building a business without raising capital, right? You guys are all here, entrepreneurs. Eventually, at some point, you either have a business or you want to launch a business, and you maybe possibly are going to be finding yourself in a situation where you're not able to go raise a bunch of money to get it off the ground, right? So in preparing my presentation today, for what I wanted to share with you guys, I realized for myself, as someone who has built a business without any outside capital, completely built from customers, 100%, I realized that how I achieved that in part was first discovering why I wanted to have a business. All right, now you guys have been hearing a lot of great things today. That presentation from Bob was awesome. I really enjoyed that. That was phenomenal. And so the only slide I have for you today that I invite you guys to take a picture of up here is a single slide that says your why statement. So does everyone in here have their cell phone handy? Hold up your cell phone if you have your cell phone handy. All right, now does everyone have a notes app on your cell phone, right? I would imagine. Go ahead and pull out your notes app. Let's do it. Pull out your notes app, yep. And now I want you guys to write down this sentence right here. I must achieve success because. Type that out on your notes app. We're going to save this note, and this is going to become your personal underlying foundation why you guys need to have success with a startup. And I'm going to bring all of this full circle to how you can build a business without outside capital, but it starts with this statement right here. I must achieve success because. Okay, now in all of my experience in meeting with lots and lots of entrepreneurs, and personally, I've kind of come to discover over the last 10 years of my life that there are three core reasons. These aren't the only reasons, mind you, but there are three core reasons that most people decide why they must have success. Okay, and those reasons include this first image right here of this person like with his arms extended, right? It's a personal reason, right? I need to find my reason for existing, right? We all need to find a reason for existing, for getting up out of bed every day and doing what we do. The second reason is family, right? So we're going to get into each one of these in just a moment here. And the third reason is helping other people. So I'm going to read you a snippet from my personal nonprofit organization that I created, okay? And this is my why statement. So I'm going to share you my why statement, and then we're going to get into each one of these three right here. The Matthew J. Olivieri Foundation is dedicated to helping environmental causes as well as organizations and individuals in need as a result of the natural disaster. How many here know that we are literally right now today in the midst of a major fire that just took place? Right? We can smell it, people are walking around wearing masks, and it's not only here, it's down in Los Angeles too. Okay, so part of my why statement is I want to be in a position where when something like that happens and families are displaced and their homes are burned down, or schools are burned down, or churches are burned down, that I can come in, my foundation can come in and just pay to have those things rebuilt. Can just sow back into the community and help people get back on their feet, right? That is a big personal cause that I have. I'm also very, very about the environment, right? So if there's a way that we can clean up plastic in the ocean, if there's a way we can save, an animal from going extinct, then I want my foundation to be able to pay to help that out, invest time, energy, resources to satisfy that need, okay? So what's funny is, this is my company, AdSemble. It's an advertising company, right? We service lots of different clients, help them do advertising. But my personal why statement for why I have AdSemble has nothing to do with advertising. Did you guys pick up on that? Right? Okay? So, it's easy to get pulled into the lure, so to speak, of I want to have a business just so I can get a bunch of money, so I can get a bunch of things. Alright? But I can tell you, as someone who has come into a good amount of money, I'm not super wealthy by any stretch of the imagination, but I've had financial success in building my company and purchased a home and bought cars and things of that nature. I can tell you that once you get these types of things, they kind of lose their luster, right? Has anyone here ever really wanted something, a toy, a game, whatever it is, and then you finally got it, and you kind of like looked at it and you're like, shit, this is not that exciting. Has that ever happened to you? Show of hands, right? That's because we are not, as human beings, we're not really driven by things, right? Things are going to come and go. Clothes are going to come and go, right? All of us on planet Earth, okay? So, again, coming full circle here, you really have to start with asking yourself, why do I want to create my business? All right? You've heard a lot of good things already so far this morning about, once you get into the business, how to handle yourself and things that are going on within the business. But taking that giant step back and asking yourself your personal why will help you in times of peril. What's a time of peril? Not being able to raise financial capital. So let's say you have a really good business idea and you take it to Sand Hill Road or you take it to some angel investors and they go, this is not a bad idea, but I'm just not going to invest in this. What do? Are you just going to let that type of, adversity bring you down, stop you from moving forward? No, you go back to your why statement and say, you know what? Even though that person wasn't willing to invest in my idea, the reason why I must have success is so huge that I'm going to find a way to have success. Okay? And so again, I'm going to touch on really quickly each one of these three topics here of personal, family, and helping others. Right? So personal existence. So another quick show of hands. How many people in a part of this organization already have an idea for a business? Anyone in here already have an idea for business? I see a few. Yes, a couple. Okay, awesome. All right. So, when I created my company, initially I went to San Jose State University, and I was on campus, and I was definitely in this place in my life where I was trying to find out a purpose for myself. Right? I was waking up every day, going to class, just kind of being a student. But I knew there was something more for me. I knew I wanted to inspire people. I knew I wanted to work in tech. I knew I loved Silicon Valley. I knew I wanted to have a company. I wanted to get part of a startup, right? So I was seeking my personal reason for existing, so to speak, right? And so that could very well be your guys' individual why statements, right? I must achieve success because I need to discover who I am. That's a valid reason. That's absolutely valid, right? I need to learn about who I am. I feel this is a personal calling that I have on my life, okay? The second one here of family, do any of you come from large families? I've got a quick show of hands here. Anyone have a big family? Lots of brothers, sisters? Yeah, I see some more hands going up, okay? Right? So as you guys get older and as you continue to grow and create your companies and do things like that, certain hardships might fall on your family, right? Your mom, your dad, something, could get laid off from their job, something could happen, right? And you, as the child growing up, it might fall on your shoulders to actually step up and start to help to provide for your family, right? Think about that. So I must achieve success because my family needs me, right? Does that feel like a valid reason why you must achieve success? Sure, right? And then the last one over here is helping others. So you guys heard in my mission statement for my nonprofit organization that I aspire to be a solution when something like a fire happens that displaces families, burns down schools, things like that. I desire to be someone who can step in, my organization can step in and instantly provide that financial relief in starting to rebuild these things, or provide food, or provide whatever it takes, right? And so I must achieve success because I have a greater need inside me to help other people, okay? So the fundamentals of building a business without outside capital are actually, they become very, very easy when you can first define your reason for why you must go forward, okay? And so every time a door is shut on my face, or our company's face, about why someone would not give us money, and we heard the gamut of reasons why. You're young, you're inexperienced, you don't come from a background of entrepreneurs, we've never heard of this idea before, you don't have enough revenue, come back when you have enough revenue, okay? I mean, all kinds of stuff. But every single time a door closed on my face, I just went back to my why statement. I went back to why I must forge ahead. And so what you can do once you have your why statement established is you can get other people to believe in your vision because of your why statement, right? So when people would not provide us with outside financing, remember my original kind of reason was finding out who I was, right? I felt very called to having a company. I felt very called to being an entrepreneur. So I would go to friends, I would go to family, I would go to people that I needed assistance from to continue forward, and I would say, listen, I must achieve success here because I feel I'm called to do this. I feel I'm called to solve this problem. I feel like this is my destiny to create this company. Your friends, your family, people that you meet, come in contact with, they will buy into your vision if you believe it hard enough. Okay? Has anyone here ever tried to recruit someone for an event, to put together a party, put together a gaming night or whatever it may be, right? Any show of hands here? Anyone try to just get people to come together for something, right? Let me ask you a question. Is it easier to get those friends and family involved if they hear how passionate and excited you are about this cause, right? If you're texting them and you're calling them saying, dude, you guys gotta get here, it's gonna be the greatest thing, I've been working on this forever, it's gonna be awesome. How much easier is it if they hear in your voice that I can't miss out on this event, I gotta get there, right? Exactly. So, my point is that you don't, the fallacy, so to speak, the false statement about Silicon Valley is you can't have a business unless you go raise a bunch of money. Completely false statement. I am living proof that you can have a company even if you don't raise money. Does it mean you have to work that much harder potentially? Absolutely. Okay? I will not sugarcoat it for you guys. I wake up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning and I probably work till 6, 7 o'clock at night, right? But that's not because I have to, it's because I choose to. I love to wake up early. I love to read the morning news. We have clients on the East Coast that's already 8 o'clock their time, right? So I optionally choose my lifestyle like that, okay? But people will buy into your vision regardless if you have $10 million in the bank from a venture capitalist. They will believe in you if you have a strong enough why statement. Okay, so what I wanted to do before we transition into the next part of this was I just wanted to give everybody like maybe a minute, 2 minutes here, and pull out your cell phone again, go back to that notepad, and just take 2 minutes here. I'm going to time it. Try to jot down a few talking points for yourself, even if you don't have your company yet. Could just be something as simple as like a project you're working on. It doesn't have to be a company, but jot down why you must have achieved success. All right, go ahead and write some ideas down, and I'm going to start the timer, and go for it. Sorry, just to help out a little bit. Popular song, right? That was just fun. Still got another minute here. Remember, it's why must you achieve success, right? What's the driving force for you personally? And it can change over time, by the way. It doesn't have to be set in stone forever, right? Mine first started out as I was trying to find myself. Now, as a 36-year-old man, I want to give back to the community. I want to give back to the world. Okay, that's why I must continue to achieve success. Okay? Show of hands when you guys get yours written down. Let's see it. So I know we can keep moving forward here. I've seen some hands go up across the room. Yeah? All right, good amount. Okay, keep coming back to this. Okay, so I'm going to call upon a couple people. Don't be shy. Right? This is a judgment-free zone, right? There is literally no right or wrong answer to your reason. It's your reason. Right? Okay? So, in no particular order, who wants to, I guess I just said I'm going to call someone, right? So you, sir, how about yourself? Do you have a reason why? Would you mind sharing?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so I said in order to do it for myself and give back to the community and in order to help people who are less fortunate than like others.
Nice. Well said. Well said. Thank you very much. That's awesome. That was really good. All right, and okay, I'll do from on this room here. How about yourself? Do you have one? Yeah, you. Is that all right? Here, take the mic.
Okay, so I want